podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Hustling, every day I'm 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 hustling, every day
What broke
I'm
him down was his body punching. I was hitting his body punching. Actually, he was crying in there. You're saying that Biggs was crying when you hit him? Yes. When did that happen? And perhaps the fourth round on.
BoxingVoice.com.
So that you knew you had him by that time. Absolutely, but I knew he was tough and you're taking those punches.
Quality Beyonce Productions.
Making women gestures like, oh.
Let's go, champ.
Good morning, TBV. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. It is Wednesday morning, and I'm ready. I'm charged up. Let's go. Let's go.
Rich people don't sleep 8 hours a day. That's a third of your life. It ain't but 24 hours in a day. You cannot be sleep 8 hours a day. You can't live in LA and wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 11 o'clock on the East Coast.
What?
The stock market been open 2 hours. They already making decisions about your life, and your ass was asleep.
Little sleeping baby, you.
The Bible says, he who loves to sleep and the folding of hands, poverty will set upon you like a thief in the night.
He who loves to sleep will not be fed, man. Get your asses up. It's time to get that bread, man, and support your family. You know what I mean? Time to live that great life you live, man. It's Wednesday, hump day, man. We almost there. It's almost over, but we got a lot to talk about. Listen, we charged up, man, for a reason, man. We got 4 episodes already scheduled. This ain't nothing we talking about. This is what's already scheduled. It's on the docket, man. It's there. It's a lot of boxing to talk. A lot's been happening, man. The disrespect to Terrence Crawford is at an all-time high. I'm telling you. Listen, an all-time high. Not only is his own promoter disrespecting him and putting it out there publicly, man, but it's opened the door to rival promoters to come to the rescue of Terrence Bud Crawford, kind of letting him know where he stands in terms of value and marketability when it comes to the rival promoters, where he may end up going. You never know. So first things first, Eddie Hearn was the first one to jump out there and have something to say. And he had that to say on SiriusXM's boxing show with Ak and Barak. Shout out to my dudes over there, Ak and Barak, getting them big time interviews. But let me let you hear what Eddie had to say. Oh, wait, well, first of all, let me make sure the crew is all here. Oh, the crew is definitely all here. Toronto in the building. Francis, what it do? Munguia and Corpus. What's up, gentlemen? Buenos dias. ¿Cómo están?
In Jesus' name.
Yo, you got your Rosetta Stone yet? Francis said, yo, fuck that. I'm going to learn Spanish, bruh. Because you know Pedro Diaz said he's ready. I talked to him. He's like, yo, when we doing that La Voz en Boxeo, in Spanish, whatever I called it. I don't remember, I can't remember anything right now. But, he definitely said when we doing La Voz
I'm getting on my Spanish
del Boxeo. He said, when we doing La Voz del Boxeo in Spanish, I said, yo, listen, my Spanish ain't official. I need somebody like you to drive the vehicle and I just kind of talk a little bit. I can't run the whole shizzo in Spanish. But Munguia, what up, man? What up?
Chilling.
How's Corpus, man?
It's cold right now for some reason. I don't like that shit, bro. It's hard to get up when it's cold for me. Like when it's warm, I feel like it's easy to just stretch real quick, like do shit, but I don't know. I was dragging this morning, I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, man.
What's
it's
up?
hump
What's up,
day.
yo?
It's hump day, so you know. Oh, I'm
Well,
sorry.
also, this is the
hold
first
on,
time that
yo.
I've had 5 days of training in a row. So.
Oh, call him. Take it serious. I mean, where you at? Listen. Let Francis come in. He want to come in with his thing. You know, his public service announcement. You know,
Yeah,
I
for
forgot.
sure. What's
I
going
forgot he
on?
got his own intro too.
What's going on, people? You know what I'm saying? First of all, we're going to thank the man upstairs for another day.
Upstairs.
You know what I'm saying? Being here with y'all. And second of all, it's snowing out here, so I had to get up and brush the snow off the car this morning.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So my kids can go to school. But other than that, man, I'm happy to hear that, you know what I'm saying? People are willing to give Bud the praise that Bob certainly ain't doing and he should have been doing. With a talent like that, you can't be making comments like that, you know what I'm saying? It's you pretty much you shooting yourself in the foot trying to re-sign a deal with a fighter that is loyal, got a big fan base, and is very he wears his emotions on his sleeve, so to speak. In my opinion.
Yo, real quick, Trey Miller's right. Doomy shirt business is booming. Check all the packages going out. You even get a free sticker. It's all packaged all pretty because his wife took over. Even the outside of the package looking fire. You know what I mean? Shout out to my Gene Bag. De Lo Mio Sammy Sosa style. He got his. Stainless got his or is on the way. I know Dennis in Tampa took a picture on Instagram with his. He got his. Patreon only. You want yours and you will pay. If you a Patreon, just send the $15 shipping. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it might be a little higher than normal shipping, but you know, we want to make sure it covers. Whether you in any country or whatever, send a $15 shipping if you already a Patreon. You're not a Patreon. We could throw you a bone, man. We're going to charge you something like $35. You know what I mean? You super chat 35 and we'll get that shirt out to you, man.
And where do they send it?
Yeah, they could super chat or they could cash app Nest GTO with the message or telling me they going to hit me on Instagram. Send it where you just heard me, Coach Myers. I got you. I know you a Patreon, so all you got to do is send that ship and we're going to make sure Doomy get it out to you because he's been on the job. Shout out to Barba. I messed that up in Spanish. See why I can't have an all Spanish show? I need someone else to drive the car, man. But let me. Did I play the audio and I stopped or how'd it go? I didn't. All right, let's get to that. Eddie, what's up? Eddie, what up? I know. Yo, why he thought this was gonna be crazy and it was just the opposite way, man. Poor Eddie, man. Poor Eddie, yo, he was on one. But let's go to the tape.
Eddie got some talent though.
Once again, shout out to Akin Barak. You know what I mean? Out here getting them big interviews.
Not sure if he's worth it. I could have bought a nice house instead. I mean, I thought it was so disrespectful to Terence Crawford, to be honest with you. I mean, you've got this guy here who is pound for pound one of the best fighters in the world. As far as I'm concerned, that relationship's over.
It's over. What do you guys think, man? Was it
I'm gonna go first. Man.
Disrespectful? Was it
yes,
disrespectful? And is it B, over?
Listen, it's big time over, and I've been waiting for a long time. I'm all jacked up this morning, ready to go, full of energy because I've been waiting for it to come out. I've been saying, yo, Bob is doing Terence Crawford dirty. I've been on record saying that he's doing him dirty. And look, he's even doubling down by using his own words, doing Crawford dirty in the media, man. Listen, facts are facts. You can't have a quote-unquote top one pound-for-pound fighter in the world and talk about the money you spent on promoting him. You can build a house. Bob, you tripping, man. You can stay off them edibles, man, because you tripping.
Yeah, look, I think that we said it best on Sunday, but the fact that everybody's come out and said what they've said, I think that the bottom line is this is not a salvageable relationship. I think that Bob can read the writing on the wall. I think that with as difficult a time as he's had trying to secure PBC fights for him, he knows that the easiest move is just to sign his own deal or just not to be affiliated with Bob. So this is kind of like one of those things where like a dude knows that his chick's going to break up with them and he just starts bad-mouthing her to everybody that'll listen. Like that's kind of what I feel like this is. He's trying to get his own little barbs in before their relationship comes to a conclusion.
Real quick, Jemmy says he lives next to me. Jemmy, you know, if you're willing to take that drive, which isn't a close one from Delaware to Jersey, you're more than welcome. We smoke a fat one, and I give you 2 shirts. You know what I mean? And while you at it, You know what I mean? That thing you got me the last time, you might as well come through with it again. That shit was actually like, it's like a dessert. You know, it's like an ice cream with a cherry on top. That's what that is. It's a substance that you put around the actual cigarette for those TBV police out there. I mean, YouTube police. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so it's like a gel substance that you can just like, come on, you never been to a cigarette store in California or Las Vegas and see, you know, a single cigarette dressed up kind of powdery and with like a gel.
But I thought that was oil. Keith.
I'm trying not to use specific words.
My bad. That threw me off.
As for YouTube to
I'm getting the door
suspend us, you know what I mean? I was trying to stay in the shadow realm. But listen, we got something else, because that's only one promoter. I mean, look, I don't consider this guy a promoter, and I only talk about this guy whenever he's talking boxing, but he's talking boxing, gentlemen.
Yeah, I didn't see how that whole thing played out, but I heard Bob Arum fucking little bitch crying about it. Fuck him.
What's wrong with Dana? What did Bob do? Anybody there?
Well, he's accused him of a lot of different types of things, like not paying his fighters. Over the summer, when they were trying to secure the Fight Island, Bob was like hammering him. Like, this guy, he's all about his own money. Like, he doesn't care about fighters. Like, he shouldn't be trying to put things on. And then Dana came back and said, yeah, you're mad because you can't put events on and I can. And so it was just like this back and forth. But essentially, Bob just accused him of being like a money grubber type of promoter.
Hey, let's not forget that Dana White did go at Oscar De La Hoya too, as a promoter. He did say that when they said Oscar's coming back to fight, he said, yeah, cocaine isn't cheap. So he's been on record, you know what I'm saying? Zuffa Boxing is supposed to be on the way, you know what I'm saying? We're waiting for him to make the report. So he's trying to make his way into it. But it's fair for him to say, you know what I mean?
The way. That's just been on the way for like 2 years.
Forever.
He's been talking that Zuffa.
That's according to him. We can only say what he said. But listen, he pretty much put Conor and Terrence in the same category. But yeah, play the tape, man. Play the tape.
Actually, about the tape, is it echoing for you guys? I know last time I tried to do it this way, it echoed. I guess
it's perfect.
They fixed the bug. Beautiful.
No, that sounds good to me.
Beautiful. I love being part of this software's team. Like, I'm not part of it. I don't have shares, but man, if they don't answer and reply and help me out so much that it gets our problems fixed. And I love this software. That being said, Dana, take it away.
I had to throw that in there. I fucking hate that guy. Anyway.
Did you see his fight, not to bitch on Bob Arum, but he said that, oh, I've lost so much money on Terence Crawford, I could build a house in Beverly Hills or something? Like,
you imagine if I said that?
What would happen? I'm not an MMA guy. He said
said that before. He said that about Tito Ortiz, Randy Couture. Like, he said that a million times. He's a piece of shit. Both of them are.
So it's no big deal. Was it a big deal when he said it? I mean, Francis, you and Mario, the MMA guys, like, you guys debate. Like, is this on par with what he did to whoever you guys just mentioned, or is Bob? Did he go a little above and beyond here?
Nah, he's on par with it, man, because just recently, for everybody that know John Jones, he's come on and clearly said he's not trying to pay John Jones the type of money that he wants. He doesn't think that he's at that level to get the type of money he deserves. So it's hard for him to come out here and badmouth Bob for you know what I'm saying the same thing about Terence Crawford.
Yeah, I think too, though, I'm not defending Bob in the sense that I feel like what he said against Crawford was okay, but I am defending Bob in the sense that, you know, Dana's done this type of stuff for years. Like, he said things maybe not that specific, but just as bad, if not worse. So in this situation, though, it's interesting to have promoters come out and essentially like wave their fingers. Like with Eddie, I don't know if it's that he thinks he has a shot at landing Terrence, so he's trying to play it up. And with Dana, you know, obviously you got Zuffa Boxing, but there's no way in the world he could think that he's landed Terence Crawford on that. So, you know, I think that's just his honest opinion. He just doesn't see the hindsight. You know what I mean? He doesn't realize, like, you know, how bad it makes him look.
And that's the whole thing about Dana. Dana's gonna say what he feels at all times. He doesn't really care what anybody thinks. He's gonna make the moves. And I mean, a lot of people have come out and said that Dana White isn't necessarily taking care of his fighters and paying them like how boxers get paid. So, you know what I mean? For Dana White to come out and say that is a little rough. But at the same time, for Bob to come out and say that is big time rough. That's your cash cow. That's your guy right there. That's the guy that has been bringing, a lot of views over there. And this is what you do to him. You throw him under the bus. You say he ain't promoting himself. You know what I'm saying? The money that you spent on him, you could have built a beautiful. Who cares? Why are you bringing in-house stuff out the house? Clubhouse stuff is leaving. The clubhouse, and it's going into the media. All that's gonna do is stir up shit.
Well, back to the tape.
Are you fucking kidding me? You guys would murder me if I said that. I'd never hear the end of that. That's what you do. That's not his fucking problem. That's your problem. His problem isn't to figure out how you make money. You fucking signed a deal with this kid.
Whose problem is it? Because, Dana's saying it's Bob's. Bob's saying, I'm losing money. Is it Terrence's problem as well? Because you remember Bob said, hey, man, be more like Tio. Be more like Shakur, Floyd, Manny. Be more like those guys. Help us help you promote yourself,
Nah, not to cut you, Ness. Nah, it's definitely not Terrence's fault. This is Bob's fault. The promotional deal, you look to this fighter because he has other people that want to sign him, and you're saying, listen, we can give you everything. We can give you the world. We're selling you the dream. We want you over here. And when you get over here and you drop the ball in doing what you said that you were going to do, that definitely isn't Terrence Crawford's fault. That's all promoter's fault. That's my opinion, again.
No, I agree with you. I think that, we've seen for so long Bob's MO in the way that he promotes. He wants to squeeze as much out as he can while building an opponent that suffices like this grand, event at the end, a la Gamboa and what's his name? They over marinated that for years. And that's like the big knock on Bob over the years. I mean, there's plenty of them, but that's the one from fight fans is that he just is over marinated. Like, I don't know how many of these fights couldn't get done or they just wouldn't get done. You know what I'm saying? But now they're in a bad spot.
This shit pissed me off, man. It pissed me off because, you can't listen, Ness. I say, let me borrow your car. Once a week, I'm gonna borrow your car, right? I borrow your car. I'm gonna gas it. You're like, yeah, no, don't worry about that. I got that. Don't worry about the gas. And 6 months later, you're gonna come and talk about, I let this guy borrow my car and he couldn't even gas it one time. That's like the same shit. Are you stupid? Like, what's wrong with you, man?
Yo, I mean, I don't know if that's the perfect example because on the real, you use my car regardless if I don't want you to put gas. You better put gas. You used it. Don't ask me, should you put gas? You using it. That's my gas. Nah, you telling me off the cuff like, bro, don't worry about the gas. I got that. Just drive. Obviously, the right thing to do is to put gas in it. And obviously, Terrence Crawford has done his best to promote himself, out there. But Bob is pretty much saying like, nah, you didn't do nothing. Absolutely nothing. You just laid there. You just sit there. You didn't do nothing. You didn't promote. You didn't go out there. You press conference, no interviews, no nothing. You didn't do nothing. Bro, we spent all this money. You didn't do nothing. Let me get
Close
to the
mouth
tape.
Don't get fed. You know that. Sorry, man.
I mean, to that degree, I think he has a bit of a point. I mean, I think the numbers that we would have done on this show if Terrence would have come on at any point, would have been huge, and so, I'm not saying, he comes on TBV or some of the other shows that he hasn't been on and all of a sudden, he's selling millions of pay-per-views. All I'm saying is that, to a degree, Terrence does have his own style and way of treating the media and handling the media. And, it ruffles feathers. But, at the same time, his job is to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not to necessarily be the promoter. I think Dana in that clip says something along the lines like, you signed up to promote this guy. Like, you made a deal that you would promote him. That's your job. His job isn't to make you money. His job is to fight. And your job is to create the kind of spectacle that would, bring in dollars. And so it's kind of a blurred line a little bit.
So Earthquake, he's a Patreon, and this little message that he's saying is kind of like the hand in the knife. He walked past you, and he stabbed Caesar before the fight. So he's like, how is Bud the victim in all this? He's been collecting checks to fight pedestrians, obviously.
Well, I wouldn't call him a victim per se. I think that, something nasty was said about him that was done intentionally to hurt him. That's how I feel. Like, maybe Bob was just being super candid, but at the end of the day, I feel like what he said was designed to make Bud look bad. That's what he was trying to do. And as a promoter, there's no, reason to do that for your own fighter. And so I don't know. It's not that he's a victim. It's that the situation's kind of unprecedented in that sense.
Back to the tape.
Job is to promote him. Your job is you made a deal. All these kids that I signed, and if you look right now at all the kids that we've signed and how many people we have on the
Yo, does he promote his fighters well? I mean, I have to say, as a casual, obviously that sport crosses over to our podcast. I don't want to say often, but here and there. So he must be promoting well. I guess from that perspective is how I can look at it. But you guys are more fans, so let me know. Is he promoting his fighters per se better than Bob?
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Absolutely. I'm gonna one answer.
One word
Absolutely.
answer. Nice. Listen, I'll say yes, he promotes them well, but also the people that have crossed over, as you call it, they've been guys that have self-promoted a lot. Anderson Silva was challenging Roy Jones since I can remember watching MMA. He was challenging boxers, and it would get mainstream media attention. McGregor, I mean, it was like this thing where, is he this good? And then it was like, well, who cares? He's an a-hole. The MAGA idiot, I forget his name, and I don't even care to say it, but that guy, say what you want, and he is a douche. At the end of the day, he is promoting himself well. I mean, I can't remember his name, so I guess it's not that great, but I'm sure everybody that watches knows who I'm talking about. The guy that is always calling Trump and all that stuff. So it's a combination. Like, yes, Dana does well with what he has, and what he's had over the years in terms of mainstream stars do get the importance of branding and putting yourself out there.
One would say that he puts more money into branding than it does into the fighters.
Word. I could rock with that.
You understand what I'm saying, Ness? One would say that he gets them more opportunities in terms of different events and stuff like that. And that is pretty much their payment. A lot of these guys have gone on to do big movies, big things in other industries from the promotion of, the event. Not even so much the fighter, but the event itself.
Y'all was talking about Colby Covington. Thank you, Rey Mysterio.
All right. Well, then, back to the tape. Somebody check the pre-pro. I think may have some stuff from Supermax.
Roster is very inflated right now. We have a very, very big roster, the biggest roster we've ever had in the history of the company. I have to pay all these kids. How I pay them is all these kids that I sign, And if you look right now,
why is he calling them kids so much, though? This guy's crazy.
All the kids that we've signed and how many people we have on our roster is very inflated right now. We have a very, very big roster, the biggest roster we've ever had in the history of the company. I have to pay all these kids. How I pay them is not their fucking problem.
How I pay them isn't their problem. What do you think
you wouldn't agree with that?
What do you think he means by that, though?
He's basically saying that
where he gets the money
he
from,
agrees to promote them. Right?
How I get the money ain't their problem.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if he gets it from sponsorship to pay them, if he gets it from a site fee, if he gets it from pay-per-views, that's all his, concern. And the fighters, he shouldn't concern himself with.
Hey, Wilder said the same thing to AJ. I got the 50 mil. Don't matter where I get it from. Don't be asking where I get it from. I got the money, right? So he's pretty much saying, Bob, your job is to get the money. You know what I'm saying, for the fighter, for his contract, and to promote him. It's not Terrence Crawford's job to go out there and say, yo, Bob, how much money are you making off this? Unless it's a situation where it's like a Floyd where he gets money off the concession, he gets money off the door, he gets money off people, you know what I'm saying? Then, obviously, you're keeping track of the numbers. But if you're getting a flat fee, $3 million, you're not caring how much they're making on the event. They don't affect you.
We got Patreon Jemmy saying Dana underpays. Is that true?
That's a fact.
So I guess it's easier to pay when you're underpaying, but he also has a bigger roster according to him. But back to the tape.
It's my fucking problem. And this guy wants to go. Imagine me saying, "Oh, I gotta pay Conor McGregor fucking this much money. I could have built a house in Beverly Hills."
What would that sound like to MMA fans if he said he had to, if he said the same thing that he just said, in the context that Bob said it, but about McGregor?
They would have been in uproar, man. Uproar. They would have came for Dana White immediately, no question. First of all, the writers alone.
So it looks like
you didn't hear me. You froze.
Nah, you froze out at the writers.
Yeah, so the writers would come for him for sure. They would write all type of stuff about him, to get him to change his stance, one. And two, the fans would, oh my God, the UFC fans are crazy. They come out, and they protest outside the UFC headquarters. They do all type of crazy stuff because of those type of statements,
Definitely.
Mario, do you agree with that? Do you agree that if Dana White was to say that about Conor McGregor, that the UFC, my point with the UFC fans and the writers would absolutely pile on Dana White?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't even think it just has I think anybody at that Ronda Rousey type of, success, absolutely.
All right, well, back to the tape.
Let's
actually looks like we got a super chat. Want to go ahead and get to those.
Yep.
Looks
we
like
got Esso
Akuni.
Yeah, Dana White doesn't even let fighters
have sponsorship deals.
Has an exclusive between UFC and Reebok. Once the Ali Act gets into UFC, he'll lose his mind.
Is that true? No Ali Act in the UFC?
No, there's none.
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
What about Big Super Mexi? I got to that super chat.
No, go ahead.
He said, I'm not mad at Bob. You got to do your part too. Bud, like that hot chick with a boring personality, the interest wears off fast.
That's a good one.
I guess. I mean, let me just leave it there. That's his super chat, I guess. We gonna go to the tape.
The fuck up, you fucking scumbag. Pay your fucking fighter what you owe him. That's your job. Bob Arum is a piece of fucking shit.
Yo, why is he coming for Bob? Bob's like 84 years old. He's a little bit aggressive, man. I mean, I'm just saying, I get the whole rival promoter thing, but dude, Bob's someone's grandfather, man. He's probably a great-grandfather already. I mean, he's 84, 80 more.
It's the art of war, man. It's the art of war. Promoters coming at promoters, man. Industries coming at industries.
But damn, I mean, so this is not at all a little aggressive, being as though Bob's a grandfather.
Nah, for what they're doing, no. It's the fight game. It's a fight game. What are you fighting in the ring, outside the ring? You're going to have a certain type of what do I call it? A certain type of swag to you in the way you talk. And when Bob talks about anybody, Bob don't hold back. As 89-year-old, as a grandfather he should be, Bob don't hold back. Look what he said about Terrence. Come on, man.
So, I mean, I got Patreon Izzy saying this is that Bob's 89. I mean, you're talking about almost a 90-year-old man, and you got he's got some aggression. They got about to meet on a street corner and beat him up.
And an 89-year-old man had some really mean aggression towards a young 33-year-old fighter. In his words.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah, the fact that he stays in there is it puts him at. I think it makes him fair risk. I understand he is turning 89 on December 8th, and so. I don't know. The fact that he's still out here doing it, it makes him fair game.
Saying so Bob can dish it, but he can't take it because he's 89.
That's the thing, though. I don't think he does mind. I mean, of course, nobody wants to hear crap being talked about him, but I think he's fully he understands the situation.
Going back to the Eddie audio.
Not sure if he's worth it. I could have bought a nice house instead. I mean, I thought it was so disrespectful to Terence Crawford, to be honest with you. I mean, you got this guy here who is pound for pound one of the best fighters in the world. As far as I'm concerned, that relationship's over. You could see by...
And that's on Sirius XM with Akim Barak, the sweet scientist. I just want to double back before we open up these phone lines. Do you think that this relationship is over? Because one thing I didn't mention is that the Instagram story that you see on the thumbnail, that's Terrence Crawford reposting Barack the Boxing Bully, who's the co-host on Ak and Barack Show, reposting his story with the interview, specifically where Eddie is saying, as far as I'm concerned, that relationship is over. So Crawford is reposting this specific audio that we're playing, as short as it is. Not the entirety of the interview, but just this specific piece of audio that we keep replaying is what Crawford wanted his fandom to see and hear.
Not sure if he's worth it. I could have bought a nice house instead. I mean, I thought it was so disrespectful to Terence Crawford, to be honest with you. I mean, you've got this guy here who is pound for pound one of the best fighters in the world. As far as I'm concerned, that relationship's over. You could see by...
So, I got to ask, man, is it over? Do you guys think this is over? Does, I don't know. How bad is it?
Oh, I think it's done. I think Bob knows it's done too. I think he knew it was done. If Bob didn't think it was done, I don't think he says these things. I really don't. But you know, everything that Terrence said in the media leading up to the Brook fight, you know, that was just more. I don't want to use the word evidence, but that was just more, you know, of that feeling like, you know, this guy is going. And Bob's been real about it. You know, he knows that the deal is not secure. I think he tries to go out there and get him the Pacquiao fight because why wouldn't he want a piece of that, right? But in terms of long-term promoting, I don't think that Bob's got a say in Terrence's future after 2021.
Yeah, so my final thoughts on that, definitely, Ness, with your super clean ears, you heard Terrence Crawford say, I only have just about a year left in my contract. Doing a relentless with Andre Ward, correct?
Correct.
Right. So, and now it comes out, like I said, it's going to start unpacking. It's going to start unraveling very slowly after that interview we had right here on this very show. You know what I'm saying? So go back and play and check it out a couple shows ago. I believe it's over. The fact that Terrence Crawford had the guile to repost that to his fans of another promoter. Remember, he's still in a contract of what another promoter is saying about him being disrespected is telling. Absolutely telling. The writing is on the wall. You know what I'm saying? Whatever conversation they had after he knocked out Kell Brook is the result of what we are seeing. Bob beat him to it, right? Bob beat Terrence Crawford to it. Got his piece out there. It's now for Terrence Crawford to step up and say what he got to say on the whole matter. How does he feel about Bob? But can somebody get an interview with Terrence Crawford to ask him that? Nope.
Yeah. Brian Custer to get him. Shout out to Brian Custer, man, and the Last Stand podcast for sponsoring TBV. The People's Podcast. Listen, we're going out to the people. You know the number to call in is 14255695241. Press 1 time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. We're talking Terrence, Bud, Crawford, and whether or not you feel he was disrespected. Was it disrespectful of his promoter to say what he said? Does Dana White and Eddie Hearn, are they in the right? Should Bob never have said that? And what do you think happens? What are going to be the repercussions? This is what I want to hear from you, man. What do you think will be the repercussions for what Bob said? Because for every action, there's a reaction, man. But before we go out to our callers, we're going to go out to our sponsors real quick for Border Wars, December 5th. Last Stand podcast with Brian Custer. Thank you for supporting Border Wars. Big Rig Trucking Agency. Thank you for supporting Border Wars. Wireless Buzz Shop. Thank you for supporting Border Wars. El Camino Electrical Services. Thank you for supporting Border Wars. Kendall Holt and Holt.boxing.gloves. Thank you for supporting Border Wars. Obviously, Coach Rivera and Undisputed Boxing Gear. Thank you for supporting Border Wars. And all the Patreons, man. Thank you for believing in Border Wars, man. If it isn't for you guys and the excitement of you guys, the calls that you make whenever a Border Wars does drop, you're enticing other people, man. Yesterday's Unguarded with Corey Frank was one of those tearful moments for me, man, because the Boxing Voice is my baby, man. And my man said before he was a pro, an amateur or thinking about boxing, he was already listening to the show. And he's been listening to the show, and he says that he's happy because it's taught him how to navigate. Then when we asked him, yo, so you got 14 fights as an amateur, you a Golden Gloves champ, why Border Wars? He's like, for the promotion, I'm trying to get my name out there before I turn pro. My man's smart enough to know that $200 measly dollars means absolutely nothing towards the promotion that he's gonna get and the name recognition that he'll get from TBV and our community. That's because you guys are huge, man. We are strong. We are international. Together, we are huge, man. And it was beautiful. I'm telling you, he was like, yeah, man,
great interview, man.
Yo, he was like, yo, promoters and stuff be listening, so I'm hoping somebody sees me, man. And I'm like, thank you, Jesus. Huh?
There you go, man.
We
That's
making it, y'all. Right? We making it, y'all. I'm telling you, man. So shout out to all our sponsors, man, for believing in our little endeavors. We're going to keep kicking out as much as possible. We're scheduled for 3 episodes today. We got, actually 4, and they're all scheduled and ready to rock and roll. You can find them right here on youtube.com/The Boxing Voice. And if you haven't already subscribed to get those notifications, please do so, because we're trying to get to 118,000. We just crushed the goal of 117,000, and we want to keep it trucking, man. We want to keep it moving. You know what I mean? So we're trying to get to 118,000. We could only do that with you. Tell a friend to tell a friend. So we got Terrence Bud Crawford scheduled right now to talk, right? We doing this. Then after this, we're going to talk about Wilder and his 5-fight wish list. Then after that, we're going to talk about Canelo and Eddie Reynoso got the bugs in my office, man. They got a little fly in my office, and they talking Earl Spence and Canelo. You know what I told y'all, man. 100,000 is going down. We're going to talk about that. And then we got an unguarded interview scheduled with our champion, WBC and WBA, Marvin the Tank Furman, man. So we going out to the callers, man, and we're going to get this thing started, man. And again, we rocking, man. Wake up. You ain't wash your face. Man. Wash your face, man. And light it up. Light it up, light it up. What's up, Francis?
You know what I'm saying? Get your coffee, all that. Public service announcement while we at it. We rocking, we hot, we on fire. Listen, we giving you all shows today, and we gonna bring the heat. Listen, smash that thumbs up button, man. We got 450 something of us in here watching from wherever we are around the world, and we appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Hit the subscribe and the thumbs up button. We're trying to get to the goal of 118,000. Also, we're trying to, you know what I'm saying, get the visibility of the show up. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you for your love. Go ahead and check out Border Wars, you know what I mean, on Patreon. Sign up to Patreon. You get all the Border Wars information. You know what I'm saying? If you think that you need motivation to get off the couch and lose some weight, you just want to get in there and throw some hands, Border Wars definitely is the place for you. Go check it out, but you guys sign up to Patreon to see that. To the callers.
All right. Let's go.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/The Boxing Voice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
Good morning, Texas. Oh, no, that's Eve in Philly. What up, Philadelphia? Buenos dias. What's going on? E in Philly?
You're serious? You're serious?
You there, champ? You got the phone in the pocket, man. We keeping it moving. We going out to Jordan in Seattle. Talk to me.
Give it away. Oh, hello?
What up?
Hello?
What up?
What's good?
Yeah, man. I think it's, I can kind of see Bob Arum's fault. I can kind of see his point as far as, like, Terrence Crawford not really promoting himself. Because, like, if you look at Errol Spence and all those other fighters and stuff, they're real vocal about what they want. Terrence Crawford is kind of like the give me what you got, and I'll take care of that, and then I'll get to the next person after that. But at the same time, Terrence Crawford, that's a good fighter, man. If you're a good promoter, you should want to promote him more, like how you did Lomachenko and all those guys. So I kind of see both points of the whole situation. But me, if I was a promoter, like I'm a promoter, I'd say Nate Robinson finna beat the brakes off Jake Paul. If you look at Jake Paul's sparring videos, he ain't sparring no real boxers, all on flat-footed and slow. Now, Nate Robinson, on the other hand, he's fighting real boxers, getting real sparring. Put your money on him. That's who's going to get the W. But,
big facts.
Yeah, but that's all I got on that, man. Y'all have a nice day, man. Be blessed.
All right. And that's
Yo,
Big
take that
Jordan.
call, Nate Robinson, bro.
That's Big Jordan Carter out of Seattle, Washington. He's a heavyweight, about to turn pro, and he's sparring Nate Robinson, who's going to be taking on Logan Paul, Jake Paul, one of the Pauls. So listen, since we're talking, Eddie Hearn and how he's coming out and he's saying, Bob shouldn't be doing that. Bob is disrespectful, yada, yada, yada. I know how some people might be like, well, Eddie's just saying that because he's trying to catch. He might want Crawford. Well, Eddie's speaking because he's doing, man. And Terry Harper, the champ, just posted this. And I guess I got to size it down just a little bit. All right. And you could see this is her Twitter, right? And she's like, put this post on early about me learning a lesson for not having insurance, right? So she put the monkey closing her eyes, like see no evil, I guess. And then she goes on to say, to then receive a message off Eddie Hearn that he's covering my operation costs. I can't thank Eddie enough for such a kind gesture, something that he didn't have to do. So grateful. And she put the bill. So remember, she broke her hand, I believe, and Eddie paid the bill. You know what I mean? He paid the bill for her surgery,
Terry Harper, right?
Which is like 4,000 pounds.
Terry Harper.
Yeah, that ain't that much, but he did it, and like she said, he didn't have to do. And guess what? She didn't have to post it. But I'm just saying, I'm showing it. Why? Because he is a promoter that some might say in this particular conversation and context that he's just trying to poach. So of course he's gonna say that about Bob, and of course Bob is shameful in his eyes because he has plans on sinking his teeth into Terrence Crawford. And yeah, all that might be true, but what also is true is that he's taking care of his fighters too.
Yo, everybody's saying that the Skype is muted. I don't know, you want to check that out. But I agree with you 100%. We talking about Terry Harper, right?
I don't know who muted me. That's somebody back there always muting, but I unmuted it now.
Yeah, we talking about Terry Harper, right? Terry Harper broke a hand. Did you see the break?
Yeah.
Yo, Terry Harper is a complete dog, man. And that's why Eddie Hearn stepped up and did that. As a true fighter, broke her hand in the 4th round and stopped her opponent in the 9th round. That's 5 more rounds of throwing hands with that broken hand. Yo, shout out to Terry Harper, man. She is a absolute beast. I can't wait to see her fight Michaela Mayer in a unification bout after she gets off her surgery and gets back into fighting shape and stuff. I'm looking forward to that. Shout out to Eddie Hearn being a real true promoter and stepping up, you know what I'm saying, and looking after your fighters like what he said Bob Arum should do to Terrence Crawford. Who's the next caller?
Who's the next caller? We went to Jordan. We going out to Brandon in Cincinnati, man. What up?
Brandon.
Hey, whole nother time zone. Jumped up for back with our mind on. Can't play when you here, get your life stole. If you bring it here, then the price grow. Phone jabbing and punching the line long. I drop a pigeon, let 9 go. We slap with the fake glass and white go. This only happens in Ohio.
Yo, how I sound? I'm probably in the bad spot.
You good?
Yeah, I think at this point, man, it's best for both parties to go their separate ways, you know. Bob said some, out of line stuff. The day before your fighter's big fight, I mean, even if you feel like it's the truth, that wasn't the place and time to say it. So like I said, at this point, I think it's time for them guys just to part ways and just move along and be thankful for the good times they had together, man. They made some, good fights. Both, I'm pretty sure Terrence made some good money. But now it's just time to move on. So that's just my opinion on it. But hey, the Orc about to get let out the pond full of guppies, man. So you're going to see a lot of these fighters moving up to 154 October 2021. That's all I'm going to say. We're going to see a whole lot of 152, 154 pounders here in about a year. That's my call.
Yeah, we also about to see how big of a fish he is, man.
Yo,
all the talking about to be done. You know what I'm saying? This ain't gonna be Cav Velasquez punching him and Gamboa punching him, man, and that's what we excited for. We ready for Danny to punch him and Porter to punch him and Thurman to punch up on him. Even fucking Ugas, man. Give me Jaron Ennis, man. Not them dudes he been fighting though. That's all we want, man.
Yo, let me ask you a question real quick. I just want to, be a bit of a shit disturber. If Terrence Crawford is comfortable, right, in terms of money wise, he's comfortable making the money he's making, why wouldn't he just buy himself out of the contract?
Because, man, you seen that contract, bro. They offered him $1 million if they couldn't secure the fight. So what that tells me, you know what I mean? Especially if I put myself in Terrence's shoes, I'm looking at it like this. Look, this is the company that made me rich. They've been paying me well. And now they telling me that they believe they going to get the shot so... They sure they going to get that shot for me so much that they willing to put $1 million on it. Let's put $1 million! So, yeah, I would have gave him a second chance, too. Not a second chance, but I would have gave him that extension to go try. Like, yo, for real, man. For real. Like, you got to... It's your employer... Right, essentially, I know he employs Bob, but the dude that's giving you them checks and has been giving them to you is telling you, yo, I can do this, and if I can't, I'm gonna give you another $1 million to, just in case. But that's how much I believe I can do it. That I'm willing to bet $1 million I get it done. Yeah, he didn't get it done. But I mean, on Terrence's side, like you talked about loyalty before on another episode. Yeah. From Terrence's side of things, yeah, man, he was right to give Bob a second opportunity at trying to get it done, man. Because
the other side of my point.
Saying,
King Nello,
the dude's been getting paid by Bob for how long, and that person that made you rich comes to you and says, "Look, I'm gonna get you to fight. I believe it so much. I'm willing to put in the contract." I'm paying you an extra $1 million if I don't get you to fight. I would believe him too because my check's been clearing for the last 10 years. You know what I'm saying? So right. I would have gave Bob that shot.
So the reason why I say that with King Nello in the position that he's in right now, right?
But this is all new for
getting
Canelo.
Way more money than Terrence was in his deal with the Zone and
It's
Golden
all
Boy.
new. It's all new for Canelo though. You know what I mean? I know. Listen, they still got a contract, and you don't know how much is it to buy it out. Is it only 800,000 the way there was 800,000 for Andy Ruiz? It might be way more. He might be way worth more to the company, and they like, oh, you want to buy yourself out? Well, look, it costs this much. You know what I mean? I mean, for starters, they owe him, let's say, 2 more fights, right? Because it's up next year, 2021, so they could squeeze 2 in there. In the contract, it could say that he got 2 more fights. So,
right.
I mean, alone, if we go based off last paycheck, he made $4 million, man.
Right.
So they at least got to,
And the reason why I'm saying that because if he can get himself the big fights or another promoter can get him the big fight on the deal, he gonna make that money back that he would have given up buying his contract.
We gotta know what the buyout is, man. If he got an Andy Ruiz buyout, hell yeah, jump on top of that shit. Because if it's only 800,000, man, your next fight, you gonna get that written into your purse, man. Like if you made $4 million this fight versus Kell Brook, somebody pay you 4.8 just so you can get your 800,000 back. But he don't even gotta pay it. Whoever he's talking to on the side that wants him could pay it the same way Al paid it. Al threw Ruiz the money. Like, yo, here's 800. Get yourself out that contract. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get you some fights and you get me later. And sure enough, he got the Willy Wonka ticket and he got him later.
So the reason why I'm saying that because I felt like if you know your worth, right? If you know you're gonna make double the money that say the buyout is $5 million, like yo, it's $5 million to buy your contract out.
Mil.
I'm just putting that a number, like say $5 million.
How much was Floyd's buyout? Does the chat know? What was Floyd's buyout? Remember Floyd had to get out of his contract. Look, we got a super chat from Samuel who says Bud is doing his job. Pound for pound number 1. 2 million plus views. Champion 3 weight classes. Undefeated. Bob trying to undercut Bud and lessen the offer from PBC. Damn.
Wow.
So he's trying to sabotage Bud, knowing that Bud gonna cut him off. He trying to put out in the media how hard it is to promote him so that Al doesn't pay him top dollar.
Crazy.
No. So I'm sorry to
to
cut
water
you
on his
off,
flames.
dog. I'm trying to cut you off. Go for it.
Yeah. So I was saying that if it was $5 million for the buyout, right, and he can secure a big deal from Al or Eddie, or from a network, not even Al or Eddie, from a network to say, listen, I'm gonna pay you this amount for your next fight against Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, Earl Spence, whoever it is, he can recount that $5 million that he would have lost, so to speak, in the buyout with his next 2 big fights. That's why I was wondering, like, is it worth it? Would it be worth it for Terrence Crawford to say, listen, I can make double or triple the money on my own than I'm making with Top Rank right now?
I mean, I think he knows he could make that, man. I think that he said that as well. He just was comfortable. I think now he's been forced into this position where he's going to have to go out on his own because, you know, he's a man of principle. We can all see that. And this might have got up under his skin, and that's why he reposted it, you know? It made his ears. Him reposting it to his following made them aware. But him reposting it on his social media made his promoters aware that he heard what they said, and I'm taking it as they should have watched what they said, man. For real.
Yeah, they said the buyout was $750 for Floyd.
Damn, $750,000. That's it,
yeah.
Man. He better try and see what his buyout is. You can Floyd.
Right. See what I mean? Like, yeah.
But remember, Floyd got out his contract super younger than his. Ask them to tell you what year. How old was Floyd when he bought out? You know what I'm saying? Because look at Terrence, you know what I'm saying? It's different. His contract might be worth more because they made him like you heard the super chat. He get to get it read twice, man. Bud doing his job. He pound for pound number 1, 2 million plus views on ESPN. He's champion 3 weight divisions. He's undefeated. So, you know, his buyout might be more. Was Floyd all at the time that he bought out? I don't know.
And that's why I said.
And neither was Ruiz. Neither was Ruiz all that when he bought out.
But check this though, Ness. All Terrence needs is a network deal to recoup that money. He don't need a promoter deal. He just need a network deal. He didn't need a network to say, yo, I'm going to pay you this amount, you know what I'm saying, to show your next fight against whoever, Danny, Porter, EJ, whoever it is that he can secure that next big fight, he can recoup that buyout money. And as you see, it's the blueprint. Floyd did it. Manny went and did it after a while. He bought out his contract, or whoever bought his contract out with Top Rank. You know what I'm saying? Canelo's dealing with his whole situation right now. I don't know if his buyout is involved. And they said Floyd was 29, by the way. So that's my thing, man. I think if he can do it, he should. He should. In the chat, y'all tell me what you think.
Man, let's get back to the callers. I'm going out to Ringer Status. Josh, North Carolina, what up?
What's up, TBV? Yeah, man. Damn, Bob is disrespectful as hell. And if you said he lost money on Crawford, well, he must have lost millions and millions and millions and more dollars on Lomachenko, trying to push them Eastern European fighters that nobody in America got them relates to Lomachenko, all that bullshit. So yeah, he must have lost a whole lot more money on Lomachenko, and I'm glad he said what he said. That just expedites the process of Bud getting the hell away from Top Rank. Salute to y'all, I'm out.
Yo, so just more proof from our producer that Bob is probably trying to undercut the potential offer that could come from any other rival promoter for Bud. He's given me another example of Eddie Hearn in his wonderful promoting. And he says, Katie Teller, promote herself? Does she promote herself? Does she talk shit? Or is she quiet, just like Bud? Did Eddie say she got to go promote herself? Or did he put her fight card on social media and get nearly 3 million views? And he sent me the article that states that Katie got 2-point-something million views on her last fight. You know, and he's right. You know, Katie, I've interviewed her. I've met her in person. She doesn't really, you know, she's very, 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 very quiet and
very quiet.
and
she's not a Clarissa Shields,
no,
where she's brash and
nothing. She's not Franchon Dezern Cruz either.
She's not Amanda Serrano. Serrano quiet too, but you know what I mean. She talk when she ready. Katie she's quiet, man. Terry Harper talks more than Katie Taylor.
Crazy, man. Let's go to what's looking like Adrian in Wisconsin. Good morning.
Good morning, y'all. Can y'all hear me?
We do.
You clear.
I mean, I think this is a good sign, man. Terrence is going to be able to get out of that contract. They're done with it. Obviously, Bob didn't make any money. He probably spent a lot of money. So, I mean, this is a good thing. Bob would have just held him back and fucked him over anyways. It's a good thing now that he sees the writing on the wall. He can get out and make the great fights if that's what he plans on doing.
I hear that, Adrian.
All right, champ. We're going out to Coach J-Mac in New Orleans. What up?
You know how these bitches is in the sport. Total disrespect. Kid has no class, no style. I'm a gorilla, I'm a dog. I'm a dog, I'm a gorilla.
The smartest thing you can do is to stay away from Terrence.
It can't be the boogeyman if I'm chasing him. You want to bet? You can bet 100,000 on that. Let's bet $1 million. Easy. Let's bet $1 million.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, shout out to King for the intro, but I might have to be taking Bob up out of there. I might not need his voice no more in that intro. Damn, I don't know who won't fight Dana White more than Bob more than Dana White or Francis. Both of them dudes come off hella aggressive when it come down to Bob Arum. And I know Francis got a personal vendetta with him. That's why we was arguing for 2 hours out there in Pittsburgh. I definitely agree with you, Ness, on some of the points you brought out. I'm glad Bud did put it on his page. I'm going to piggyback right off what Brandon left. I mean, it was a relationship that had potential, made some good money out of it, and now it's time it's done. Bob put his foot in his mouth like he did on multiple occasions. Bud got what he got out the deal, and I think his eyes are open, so it's time to move on. Before it's Eddie Hearn, signing with Eddie Hearn, we don't want him locked up in another cross the street type of option, so Eddie can speak out on it, but I don't think Eddie should be the first person with open arms. I think Bud should do what he needs to do for himself and put himself in a situation where he can make choices. I think his name is big enough.
Cut it. Hey, man, let me tell you something.
Dang,
it's like I keep telling y'all, man. Bud and every other welterweight seen Mikey make $8 million or more guaranteed for Earl, and then $7 million for Jesse. For Jesse. Wow. So they that DAZN money, and you got to remember, Eddie offered Mikey 8 and Earl 8 guaranteed to come on DAZN, and DAZN got a lot of money now. J-Mac, remember that money with Canelo that got freed up. They ain't had to pay Canelo all that money. They let him out. You know what I mean? So that money got freed up, and you know, if they offer Crawford. What if they offer Crawford like a $7.5 million guarantee every fight, and then they say, look, if we get you a fight of X amount of caliber, that guarantee goes up. You know what I mean? And who's to say that he agrees to 7.5 when Mikey got 7 to fight Jesse? You know, he might be like, yo, man, I'm a 10 times bigger star than Mikey. I mean, right now he got all the leverage, man. And I know you guys, this is what y'all don't like, the business of it, but oh man, I'm excited to see what happens next. You know, how hard does Bob fight for him? What does Bob offer him to stay? You know, who comes out the woodworks? Who? You know, because you never know. Does Schaefer come back with some fucking Swiss money and he's a player and all of a sudden he signs Terrence? Is it Eddie that gets him? Does he land with PBC? This is what excites me, man.
So you really don't believe that Bud can do this on his own? He
What
needs
you mean?
a promoter.
I'm not saying
No,
he
like-
can't.
no,
I'm
I'm
not
saying,
saying
like-
he can't do it on his own. He might do it on his own. He might.
No, because I hear you saying it like a few times now. That's why I'm asking that specific
Well,
way.
I
heard you say it a
mean,
few
those are
times
the
that
those are the
he
big
needs a-
fish. Those are the big
Okay.
fish offering the big money. You know, those are the guys offering the big money. So
And that's why I was saying to you that if a network just signs and attaches with Terrence, he doesn't necessarily.
I mean,
need-
what network is buying fighters? That Fox ain't doing that. If he wants to be on Fox, he's got to go with PBC. If he wants a network deal with Showtime, yeah, he could sign one like Jerron Ennis did. You could go
But he
fight
can
on.
do a co-promotion though, right? Well, he doesn't have a promotion company. But I hear you. Okay.
I mean, co-promotion with who? I mean, it's a network. Like, again, if you want to
No,
fight
like with
on,
an Eddie Hearn, like how Devin Haney does, or like a Mikey Garcia Promotions, they co-promote.
yeah, but
with-
Devin Haney, he's got a co-promotion with Eddie Hearn's Matchroom, but his broadcaster is the Zone.
It's the Zone, right?
Javonta
So
Davis.
that's what I'm saying. If he
Javonta
attaches
Davis
himself
is
to a co-promotion, he can get a network to sign on and take the fight. Because you're saying that networks just don't sign fighters, so he would kind of need.
No,
type
some
of
do.
promotion.
Showtime does. Showtime signs fighters. You know, they had a Wilder deal. They got a Javonta Davis deal. They had a Jamal. They still got a Jamal, right? They got Jamal this last fight.
Jamal, yeah.
So, but to get on Fox exclusively, it's PBC. Fox ain't signing no fighters. PBC is the one putting on. You know, it's PBC on Fox.
Fox, yeah.
So, but we're going out to Texas.
JD, motherfucker.
There's a lot of things I like to do, so just try to get on my games on boxing. I don't know why they gonna call me for a trip. I'm a 54 pounder, but I have a brother that's at 160.
Yo.
What up, JD? Good morning.
Yo. Chillin', man. Listen,
Come on, champ. Disconnect that Bluetooth. Your battery's mad weak or signal cheap. I don't know. We need to hear you.
Man, I'm in my truck.
What, you driving?
Yo, you can't hear me?
It's
Yeah.
It's not the driving, it's the Bluetooth. I know the difference, man. It's your headset. Whatever you using sound crazy. But go ahead, fuck it. We gonna deal with it.
Damn, my bad. Well, I'm just gonna say real quick, man. If I'm good, I'm doing fight by fight. I ain't locking into nobody. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't need, you know, I don't need no more promoters, no more none of that shit. If y'all want me to fight y'all guys, tell me some.
We got you, champ. We understood.
That's what I was asking you.
If
Same
you
thing,
bud, you trying to lock into a fight by fight, not no promoter. I get you. I'm gonna double back to you. Obviously, you're a Boomerang. I will triple back and see if your service or your headset working in a little, in the future, in a better spot. Majid Orlando, what's up?
Not much. I feel like, but all he need to do is buy out and then just do fight by fight contracts. You know, the lead door is open for everything. I'm hearing Spence trying to do some Canelo shit in the future, so you know I see that as a blockout possibly. So just leave your options open, but get your money, black man. That's all I got.
Majid, thanks for calling in. Sunny Orlando going to Crucial in Colorado.
Yeah, man. Bud Crawford is becoming the ultimate victim, bro, and y'all falling for that BS, man. Crawford, he blamed PBC for not having a good resume. He blamed Bob Arum for not promoting him when his pay-per-view shit the bed. Like, stop it, man. Bob putting all that money behind Fury because he know Fury gonna talk that talk and actually sell it himself and do good pay-per-views. Don't nobody want to see this man fishing in Omaha. How about you talk that talk that you been talking on Twitter on camera, and man, maybe you'll be marketable. It'll be a different story for this dude. He gonna go to PBC and do the same damn thing. He gonna be fishing in Omaha, and he gonna blow a pay-per-view once again. Watch.
Well, all right. Tell us how you really feel. Crucial in the morning, Colorado. Thank you for calling in. We're going out to Machine Gun. And if you don't know who Machine Gun is, man, go ahead and check out both his Unguarded episodes on the Boxing Voice YouTube channel right here at youtube.com/The Boxing Voice. Check out Machine Gun Matt Garces of Plainview, Texas, being trained by Coach J-Mac all the way in New Orleans right now, and it's stationed in Dallas, but getting that work in Lubbock. Shout out to J-Mac and Matt for both being part of our Border Wars. Matt, buenos dias.
I'm gonna go ahead and beat up Danny Garcia.
Hey, Daddy, this $1 bill.
You can take out that green jacket because I just took your bill. It's fly, you can't even set out an arena. The only reason you don't pay per view because you fight me. So you sit down somewhere. Sit down somewhere. Sit down somewhere. You will not be fighting on pay per view for me.
Man, that intro be getting me hype in the morning, man. I'm telling y'all. What's going on, TBV?
What's up, champ? What's up?
Hey, I don't agree with that. I think it was just the last caller. Because Terrence Crawford, I feel like if he went to PBC, he would be all right. Because if he was going to PBC on Fox, Fox promotes you for like at least a month of your fight. And then once it comes cameras on and they start hyping it up through the PB shows throughout the week, Terrence talks when ESPN does their press conferences and the weigh-ins. Terrence talks and he hypes it up that week. So I feel like he'd be okay on PBC and obviously the big fight. But I personally, if I was Terrence Crawford, I'd go with Eddie. Eddie's a great promoter. Eddie could make the deal, you know. Even if he could work out something for any fighter on PBC or ESPN, because he would work it out great and he just promotes you well. All those accolades and stats that Terrence Crawford has is all he needs. And he could work out a fight-by-fight, 2-fight deal, you know, and eventually get Terrence Crawford some good fights on DAZN. DAZN will be a better platform for him than ESPN.
Cut it. We going out to Coach Myers, Connecticut. What's up?
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
I know you're a numbers guy, Ness. I think Dana is a good promoter. Numbers, for example, like Conor McGregor, he has 35 million followers. Khabib, you probably don't know who he is. He doesn't speak English, but he has 23 million followers on Instagram. Ronda Rousey, 13 million followers on Instagram. Canelo only has 7. So I say that to say that Dana's a good promoter, but he doesn't pay his fighters. But that's my first call.
Coach J-Mac with the counter punch. Let's go.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yep.
Hey, shout out to Machine Matt. I think we should be linking up today out en route to Lubbock. The only thing I can't stand about him is that whack ass intro. That shit gotta go. But back to the caller from Colorado. You seem to be very interested in the guy who go fishing, because you've been calling in for the last shows, and I could tell by the weight of your voice, he brings out that passion and that emotion in you. See, you got Bud fans, you got Bud haters. I'm just a fan of Bud. You just a hater, but you still would tune in and watch the guy who go fishing and what have you. That's my call.
Hey, J-Mac, I want to ask you a question.
What up?
Still there? What do you think about Crawford buying himself out to see if he can secure himself one of them big fights? Seeing that the writing is on the wall.
It depends on how much it is to buy out, because like Ness pointed out, any of them guys that's offering him that money or whatever he decide can actually pay that. And if you can save yourself 800,000 or $1 million or whatever it is, why would you spend your own bread when you could get it out your deal or what have you? So as far as me spending money, just putting myself, I wouldn't do it. I would see what's to come, because Bud is a big enough name to where they're gonna have people coming. Which why we having this show right now. Which the caller from Colorado keep calling in with this conspiracy theories about the fight being fixed and shit. That's my call.
Alrighty then. Remember the number to call in, 14255-695241. Press 1. One time, voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Get it off your chest like Crucial did, man. Ruffle the feathers, man. Let's see. We going out to Tampa, Florida. It's calling me. I hear y'all, man. I'm coming home. Dennis, Tampa, coño, carajo.
The fire's coming. Are you ready for the fire? We're firemen. We are firemen. Y vuelvo a nacer. Okay.
BoxingVoice.com.
Hey, Ness, come back to me, bro. I put in the chat that I'm listening.
Oh, shit, my bad. I ain't know that. Izzy, what up? Oklahoma.
Good morning, Ness. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Good morning, Francis. Good morning.
Izzy, what's up? What's up?
What's up? I got an unpopular opinion because I haven't heard anybody talk about this. But I'm just wondering if the dude promoted Hagler Hearns Leonard, Holyfield Foreman, Fury Wilder 2, just to bring it to contemporary times, is in his sweatpants and his grandpa New Balance is worried about us, the boxing fandom, wondering how much smarter we are than he is. Listen to this. When Danny upsets the world, then Pulev does the same a week later. Who's he got? He's got Teofimo, Bud, and Fury in all three of the most watched divisions in current day boxing. He's got the top three, the three T's: T.O., Terrence, and Tyson. Y'all think I'm crazy, but that's my call.
Cut it. I hear you, man, but you forgot to mention that he co-promoted some of them fights, man. And you forgot to mention that some of them big names left him too, man. You know, everybody leaves him, you know. He could, and you know, it's easy to be this guy with a huge resume when you were one of the only promoters back then, you know. It took Oscar to go through what he went through. This is what we need to start to realize, and fighters listening need to realize that. It took Oscar to go through what he went through with Bob to start Golden Boy. It took Floyd to go through what he went through with Bob to start Floyd Mayweather Promotions. Earl didn't go through anything with Al to start Man Down. He started Man Down to get another check. I mean, you know, you don't want to be smart. It's all right, man. You know, it's all right. I'm all right with that. Mr. Seattle, what up?
Mr. PBC, baby.
BoxingVoice.com.
I'm the flyest. Canelo talking about he believe he can win. Go to my kitchen. Get the sharpest knife and cut the bullshit out. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great.
Mr. PBC, baby. What's good, y'all? What's up, Francis? What's up?
What's up?
What up?
Yeah, so the topic is about how disrespectful Bob and Eddie Hearn was talking about it. And man, you know, that's just how the game goes. I never heard of someone talking like that. You know, promoter, he can buy a house and make it prettier. All the money he spent. I bet he did speak facts. I've been saying the same thing. You got to sell yourself in this world, especially if you're a boxer. That's facts, but he shouldn't have, you know, blatantly said it like that. Should have kept it to himself. You know, now Terrence is probably thinking about really leaving. Shout out to PBC 2020. Can't wait. Terrence Crawford.
Marlon So Icy Sims, what's going on, champ?
What's happening? That's perfect time. I'm just getting off the treadmill.
What up, champ? Staying in shape.
Oh yeah, man. I hopefully got the fight information coming up pretty soon, and so you know I got to make sure I stay ready. But yeah, man, that's crazy for a promoter to say such, especially about, you know, like everybody been saying, like a pound for pound top fighter, and for him to dog him out like that, their relationship just might be done. All I know is that by the time that it ends, whether he buy himself out or he wait to the October date, I just hope that from that point on we can get those good fights before it's too late. And that's pretty much it. I'm just really tuning in. And then I want to say, for anybody who want to follow me, check me out. You can see what I'm doing for my workout, just what I'm doing just to stay in shape and just how I'm living. Check me out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter at Marlon Zoy. And I'm on to the next one. If I get that fight information, I'll let y'all know.
For sure, Marlon. Can't wait, champ. We going out to James Valdez, San Antonio, Texas. What up?
Hey, Nessie, you hear me?
Perfect.
Hey, the other day I called on Untitled, and man, I didn't do my subscription with the Zone, and now they're gonna get Canelo to fight, and now Terrence gonna be free agent. Man, I'm thinking about upping my subscription with them, because at $100, that's like $8 something a month. What are your thoughts on that, man?
I would wait to see do they get Crawford, but they definitely got Canelo, and you could pay for 1 month for that. I mean, I would wait, man. Who they got, man? Is Mikey fighting there again? Only fight we know is Canelo and Callum, and yeah, I'm watching that. I'm still locked in for the 100. I don't even know when mine's is over. I gotta see. I might go month to month.
Mine just ended November, and when they canceled that, they postponed that Campbell Ryan fight, I was like, oh. But then Canelo went and did this, and now Terrence, I'm like, man.
Yeah,
I want to jump on it before they spike it up again.
Listen. Terrence is in his top-ranked contract until October 2021, bro. He ain't going nowhere no time soon. Not yet.
All right.
Not yet.
All right. I appreciate you guys, man.
No problem. Appreciate you, champ. Yeah, man. What do you guys think about that, man? Want your thoughts on that one, too. What do you think, bro? I know you canceled your DAZN already, you said.
Yep, cancel my DAZN. I did month by month because they were tomfooling around, you know what I'm saying? So if a big fight like Canelo coming on for December, gonna have to sign up, man. I want to see it. What else is DAZN giving us in December? Do you know? We got to check that out.
No problem. Let me go to... We do, man. They got to come up with something, bro. I mean, they saying they're going to reschedule Ryan versus Campbell for this year, I think. We're going out to Ohio. What up?
You should lie low. Killer, I used to get it in Ohio.
What's up, fellas? J Mackey about to be mad at me today, boy. Man, Terrence Crawford is no victim in this, man. Like, case in point, man. We got somebody like Triple G from Kazakhstan, can't even speak English. Tom Loeffler is his promoter. Tom Loeffler's nowhere near the promoter as Bob Arum. Triple G did $150,000 on his first pay-per-view. That's nothing to like. That's not a big number, nothing crazy. But Terrence did $50,000 on his first pay-per-view. Terrence is from here. There's not a big Kazakhstani community over here, and Triple G was a much bigger star than Bud Crawford. Same with Kovalev. So it's like, dude speaks English. Dude's from here. Dude can't sell. That's not Bob's fault. I could think of like 7 media platforms where Bud just won't do the interview at all, ever. That's on Bud, man. Like, at the end of the day, Bud's not a star because Bud doesn't talk. And so, but Bob...
Super chat. We got a super chat from the Young Jedi. What if Crawford and Canelo start working with each other? Since they both, I guess, free agents, maybe they can do something together. Not fight, but be on the same card, maybe. Also, we got a super... Yeah,
ain't nobody going to be on the undercard like Crawford. Yo, I mean, I get it. It's a good negotiation. I mean, not negotiation, promotional tactic. I just don't know that Crawford would be willing to be on the undercard of a Canelo fight. I mean... He's already claiming to be pound for pound number one. How do you get on if you think you number one, how do you get on another pound for pound star's undercard? Like, you know what I mean?
Yep. Matt Garces with a super chat. Hey, don't most the orca whales die when they get let out of the Sea World to swim with the other big fish? Question mark.
Yo, he went and started watching History Channel to find that shit out.
Is he back with a super chat? Sorry. I bring up current fighters who are with Bob, and y'all are talking about Floyd and Oscar De La Hoya like it's 1999. Show the Bob father some respect. Hashtag Pool11 3. Hashtag Danny and 7.
Who just left Bob, man? What is he talking about? Mikey just left Bob. That wasn't 1999, man. Chill, man.
So did Andy.
It's too easy to murder you, man. And I've been said Andy. That's what I'm saying. JT, what up?
So interesting that you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit. Hey, with that comment. No, that was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit. You know, we're doing live TV. Man, I don't care. What you gonna do about it?
I'll tell you this, mother. Why do you have to talk like that? Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem? Turn off your station. I'm the best ever.
Yo, what's up? What's up, yo?
What up?
What up?
So we still talking about Bud leaving Top Rank?
Well, we specifically talking about the Dana White interview and the Eddie Hearn interview on the topic and the fact that Bud reposted the Eddie Hearn interview on his story.
Oh, okay. You said Dana White, and I ain't really hear nothing about it, so I guess I'm just listening.
All right.
Yeah, I think they were talking about putting Ryan Garcia and Campbell on the undercard of Canelo.
Nah. Michael Coppinger, if you check his feed, he said that's a no-no.
Oh, okay, cool.
And definitely his source is either Eddie Reynoso or Eddie Hearn. You know what I mean? I read those articles. It's one of the two. We going out to Big Drew. Big Drew, what it do?
Yo, what up, TVV fam? Yo, man, this goes out to Crawford. This goes out to Crawford. I hope you're listening, man. You need to DTD. Bob Arum is so old. He's one of the original G's that nailed Jesus to the cross. If you got a relationship, whether it's a boxer promoter, you or your girl, and she disrespects you in public, you need to DTB. Dump that bitch. If you stay, it says more about you than it does him. Now, in the 4th of July, I think that Crawford should sign right now with Al Heyman for the winner between Spence and Garcia. And Al Heyman will front him the money to buy him out for Bob. And from right there, you can retire. You got all the fighters with PBC. You got Porter, you got Thurman, Garcia, Spence. You got everything you need for your legacy. And you can retire in 3 years and fight all the fights that you say you're better than. That's my call. I'm out.
Champ, thank you for the call, man. We going out to LV Slugger, man. What up?
LV.
TBV, what up?
LV,
What's happening?
What up?
Y'all hear me? Yeah, man. With Bob, disrespectful, man. I can't believe Bob talking crazy like this, man. Hopefully, Bob take the go and do his own thing or go the PBC route, man. I don't want Eddie, man. We don't need to go over there. We don't even need to deal with all that because we know he cashing out over there, paying his fighters, but at the same time, man, we need to just do our own thing, or you know what I'm saying? Because Eddie, I mean, he gonna get you hopefully he gets you the fight, but I just rather him just do his own thing or go to PBC. And with all this promotion stuff, like what do Errol do that is so good that he promote himself? He's not a big promoting himself like big. And
he fight on
got
Fox,
3
man.
good papers.
He fight on
exactly.
Fox, man. That's what he do.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why Bud need to just go to PBC.
Nah, that's not true though. Cut it. Earl got the big push through Floyd. So when Thurman was red hot, and on the heels of Floyd threw him off this trails by saying, "Man, fight
EJ."
And everybody's like, "Who the fuck is EJ?" So he kept saying that in like 2 or 3 interviews, no more than that. But that's enough when you're Floyd Mayweather. And that had all the little Floyd fans saying that Thurman was ducking EJ. You know what I mean? And that, that built the status. Plus, it's like I said, man, they strategically, just as strategic as they did Crawford. Like we talked about it yesterday on his Views show, man. They placed him on perfect positions so that he can capitalize off viewership. And so did Earl. Earl was placed right after the Olympics, and he ended up doing like 6 million views.
Big facts.
So they always try to take everything into consideration to promote someone.
Super chat. Texas C. I don't blame Arum for Crawford. I blame Breland.
Yo, Texas C is from the UK, by the way. Even though his name is Texas C. He's from the UK. That money come in pounds all the time.
Who we got up next, man? Who we gonna try? Block Talk is open?
Yeah, Block Talk is open.
Press 1 if you're on Block Talk. Press 1.
Let's go. We got Caller of the Year. Caller of the Year.
Just like the king is what I mean. The king is what I mean.
Yo, TBV. How we doing this morning, fellas?
What up?
What up?
Yo, Terrence Crawford is definitely not getting the recognition that he deserves from Bob
so
Arum.
you on a
Like we
Bluetooth
talked
today?
about it. Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm in the office, man. I'm trying to. Wi-Fi's crazy, all kinds of shit going on, man.
Shit.
But yo, Terrence Crawford, this is. I told you, I think he's just that kind of low key kind of dude. Like, you rather handle it, and he need people around him to speak up a little bit.
Yeah, champ. Try calling in on Skype, man. You know you got that Skype access. You are sounding like you are drowning underwater. You swimming with the fish for real, man. We going out to Juan in the BX. Juan in the BX.
Juan, what up?
No Juan. One time, two time.
Good, fellas.
What's happening?
Yo, y'all can't hear me? What's good, man? Yo, I don't got much to say, man. Just shouting out to the show. Be good. Yo, Crawford is gonna do his thing regardless of where he go. He a big dog for what he did to Kel. Even though Ness says Kel was whack, but Kel was laying the SmackDown for a minute until he got that shot.
He was laying
that
SmackDown.
blocka.
Laying the SmackDown. He was laying the SmackDown just like Santa Cruz was, right?
Santa Cruz. You talking about Santa Cruz? Bro, I don't even know who that guy is. I'm talking about Brooke and Crawford. Come out, we here with Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz is about to get beat up too. Oh no, he already got knocked out. My fault. I forgot about that. All right, fellas, be good.
All
right, peace.
We going to King, Florida. No Keem.
Keem.
There's nothing in the sponge for Izzy. He ain't got nothing in there. Where the team at? Oh, he got J-Mac giving excellent instructions over there to Keem the Dream.
Your winner by unanimous decisions is Keem the Dream
Yo, can you hear me?
What up?
What's up? Good morning, y'all.
Morning.
So yeah, the topic is Dana White, right? Selling Bob Arum out like he always do. He hate Bob Arum, man. And he never has anything good to say about Bob. I remember bringing this up when you did a show about, Crawford possibly having a crossover fight because he's got that wrestling background. I said Dana White would never do a deal with Bob Arum. He absolutely hates that guy. But listen, man, it's the pot calling the kettle black. Dana White's a great promoter, but he don't pay his fighters. Like, this is well known. You got fighters all over. Your top fighters are complaining and not fighting. You got people complaining about the money they're making left and right. You're trying to compensate by saying they can use these UFC facilities for free and they don't have to pay for drug testing out of their purse and all this other stuff. They ain't stupid though, man. He not paying them. Like, put it this way, Masvidal Usman, huge fight, did over 1 million pay-per-view buys. The purse for that main event was $1 million guaranteed between the two of them. It was $650 for Usman and $350 for Masvidal, and then they get like 10 cents for every pay-per-view on the back end, so they make a little more money. Come on, man, that would never happen in boxing. 1 million pay-per-view buys. How much is the guys in the main event getting if it does 1 million pay-per-views in boxing? I mean, come on, we talking 25 million each, easy.
Cut it.
Ronald, what's going on?
Yo, what's good, Nash? How y'all doing today, TBB?
Bless. What's up, champ?
Hey, man. I'm still like overhyped to how Bud's such a great boxer, and I'm just getting behind him now because he deserves to have legendary status, and I just want to see him in all the best fights kind of like back in the day of the worldwide of sports, where we watched all these legendary fighters go at it, man. I'm just supporting them 100%, man. He deserve it.
Bet. Yeah, man, we behind him. That's why we do so many buzz shows over here, man.
Counterpunch, LV.
We undercover Bud fans, man. He know that. Where was LV at? He went to Skype. Did he go to Skype? I don't see. You sure it's LV?
It says it right here. LV Counterpunch. It says it in the chat.
Oh, there you go. LV, what up? Counterpunch.
Yeah. I wanted to understand what I was saying about the Errol thing. You know, Errol got 2 successful pay-per-views. You know, though he got 2 successful pay-per-views back to back.
That's true, and he working on his 3rd one.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly, man. Hopefully he's gonna have 3, and he's not just no big promoter like that. He don't got no YouTube channel or nothing like to just promote and stuff like that. So Crawford go that route. I feel like he'll be a big pay-per-view star as well. You give him Porter, all them names, he'll do 250 plus as well. You know what I'm saying? So Errol's not just this big pay-per-view star. So Bob needs to just cut that off. You know what I'm saying? He is a pay-per-view star, but at the same time, he's not promoting himself to be one. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's the network behind him that
cut it. I mean, I can see that, but Earl was totally different, man. He was on every fight, post-fight, after the knockout. He like, strap me up, like, man down. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had a lot of momentum, man. He had a lot of momentum. Like, I don't know any, like, hashtag for Bud or like, slogan for Bud. You know what I mean? Like, Earl had momentum, man. He had fans out here, you know, saying hashtag man down and strap season. That was his thing, strap season, man. Like, and now other fighters use that. That's his shit. For real. And other people you be using that. You see all these up and comers talking about strap season. You know? Even man down they using now. Like, that was his shit, man. Earl had a lot, man. Y'all stunting, man, for real, man. Earl had that viral video going hard to the body with like a fucking super duper heavyweight. You know, and then he got the Jerry Jones publicity. Like, yeah, him and Crawford do the same amount of, let's say, tickets, hypothetically, just not to argue about it. Let's just say they sell the same amount of tickets in their hometown equally. But one dude is fighting in the Jerry Jones Cowboy Stadium. So more publicity. It's just, nah, man, it's not even the same. Not to me. I guess I'm wrong, though, man. Who knows? We going out to Decatur, Georgia. Hold on, let me double check it. Anyway, Decatur, Georgia, what up?
Get your ass in the ring and
Ain't
swing,
no hard
man.
buttons. Boxing motherfucker like this.
BoxingWiz.com.
Hey, Daddy. Boxing thinking man's game. This a dollar skill up here. You gotta be out thinking motherfucker. That's what
BoxingWiz.com.
What up? Liz Lowe, you sent me both of these this morning, right?
I show you right. You know I did. If anything come from Bud, you know I'm gonna send it, man, if I can. But shout out to Bobby, shout out to Jetso, shout out to DB, shout out to everybody. You know what Bob did is cool, man. Bob just showed his true colors over and over again. I ain't gonna lie. You can quote me on one of your shows a long while back. I said Bob Ben need to go, man. You know, he can stay in the sport, but get him out of control of things and get somebody else the reins. I wish do he have a junior? That's what he needs. Somebody come in there and kick his old ass out the way. But anyway, shout out to Dana, because he look like he got some interest. Shout out to Eddie, he got some interest. See, the thing about Bud, which I keep telling people who always want to talk about his personality and stuff, bruh, if it ain't for you, it ain't for you, but I guarantee you tune in to watch him fight. So shout out to everybody, haters or not. Jerry Hurd, Jerry Lloyd, call in, boy. Shout out to everybody. I'm out.
Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you.
Yo,
Super chat.
let me ask you a question, though, before you go to that. Louisville Slugger was trying to say if Crawford gets to PBC, he'll be able to be the same. Like, basically, I think he was trying to say, like, yo, it ain't that Earl's doing anything more than Crawford. It's just that Earl's on Fox. Do you think it's just that?
No.
More than that, right? That's what I
it's
said.
more
I
than
think
that,
it's
yeah.
way
It's
more than
more
that, man.
As ESPN is big like Fox, man, worldwide leader in sports, man.
Right.
What are you talking about?
He just got so much, man. Like I remember that he had like an era where he was wearing fitted caps and leather jackets with Floyd and Broner, and like he was in mad videos, man. with the big chain and shit. Like,
and remember, every time Earl Icy, man. When Earl go on party, Icy, he be out there. Let's not forget.
I don't know, man. And he be at fights, man. I mean, I guess
With
Crawford
Jamel,
be
with
at
Jamal,
some
with
fights.
with Tank, with AB. He be out there with these guys when they go to fight. He be at most every fight. Big fights, he be at all the big, not only PBC events. You know what I'm saying? He go to other fights too. He'll show up.
Yeah. I mean, you heard him. On God, I knew you was gonna be here.
Yeah.
Let me go to Coach Rivera, Undisputed Boxing Gear. Unmute if you rocking out, Coach.
Yeah, what up?
And that's a just listening. Okay, there you go. Talk to us.
Can you hear me?
We do.
Okay, I'm just gonna touch three little subjects. One, the name says it all. Fighter, promoter. Do your thing. One fight, the other one promote. Bud don't even have to talk, you know. Bob Adam needs to do like a 24/7 or all access or something like that to promote Bud. He has a lot of video with good fights and knockouts. That's all he needs. And another thing, Dana White is he's not the owner of UFC. He's under the big dog, so he's not the one out paying. He has to pay what they tell him to pay. And another thing, you tell me this, all the big fights, they all promote themselves or they're PBC. So don't blame because you cannot close the deal. You know, you cannot just shut your mouth and try and work with other promoters. That's my call.
All right, so he's saying it's Bob's fault.
Bad today, yo.
He's saying it's Bob's fault. Not everybody, man. You gotta
Sorry,
remember,
not everybody, most
we
people.
got a blue collar show, man. A lot of our guys out there working, man. We appreciate you guys using us for your listening pleasure while you're at work.
Love
And
it.
today is gonna be a jam-packed day. All right, so let's go to CYP.
Yo, let's clear something up. Earl had some help with strap season because 50 Cent came up with strap. Get the strap. Strap means gun for in the hood, and strap means belt in boxing. So he had a little bit of help on making that famous. Now, when it comes to Kawhi Leonard, he is the most quiet superstar on earth. And when he got to LA, look how much they promoted that man. And Mikey Garcia did not make $8 million guarantee versus Earl. He made 3. The rest of it came off back end. So let's stop with this guarantee. Pay-per-views ain't them high guarantees unless your name is Pacquiao. And when it comes down to reality right now, Bob Arum has not done numbers as the A-side promoter in a very, very long time. The man's time is up. Bud, come to PBC. CYP out.
I be needing a pen and paper with him, man, because he be going through like 4 points, man. What was the first mistake he made? What was that first thing he said?
I be doing the same thing too, man. CYP comes with a lot of information when he covered his call.
What was the first part of his call?
I don't remember.
That was wrong. What was it? Somebody help me, man. He was wrong. Y'all know he was.
Somebody in the chat help us out.
As soon as you remind me, strap season. What the fuck, man? How you? Come on, man. Yo, somebody.
What he said was 50 Cent came out with the thing.
Somebody
the video.
please just put yes or no. Is CYP right that Earl Spence had help with 50 Cent because he had a song called "Get the Strap"? Man, the hook don't even sound like strap season. But all right, I'm not even gonna debate that. That's just totally wrong. Then what was the next part of his? Go ahead, CYP. What was part 2? You had 3-parter in that month. What was part 3? 2? Just type both of them, man. What was the next part of that? Wrong call. All right, well, I'll address it later, man. I need him to remind me, though. He said 50 Cent got the word. Man, get that. What the hell, dude? Get the strap in the Urban Dictionary got to do with strap season the belt, man. Oh, nah, I can't even talk about your man Kawhi Leonard or whoever. You know, I don't know nothing about them other sports, man. Thank you, Ito. It's cool. No. Earthquake. No. Made by Denim. No. Coach Myers. No. AMG. Ha ha. No. No. You know? You crazy, bruh. Yo, see why he said 50 Cent got it put in the dictionary.
Yo, they piling on today, boy.
Yo, let me see. Did somebody have a counter or something like
it.
that? Let me see. Yo. Oh, man, that was hilarious.
Nah, it was a super chat from LV Slugger. And Errol has the huge state of Texas behind him.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, man. You can't diminish what Earl got going on, man. You know, he had a real good, like I said, he had a real momentum, man. He had momentum, man. Out of all them Olympians, too, think about his 2012 crop. He had more momentum than the gold medalist in Clarissa, man. He had the momentum coming out of there. And look, everybody was right. They had him prospect of the year, all that. And everybody was right because, look, he strapped up. Unified. All right, so we went to everybody except, CYP, you what? Did we go to him? No, we went to him. He just said that call. So it's Stainless, the champ, pound for pound. What up? Stainless, stop using that producer, man. My man got, call me, man. Call me, man. After this, call me, bro. He out of control, man. He out of control, that guy. I don't know. I think his name is Buckrow. That's what he be saying in the beginning of his shit. Buckrow.
Hey, there's two counter punches. One from Izzy and one for CYP, by the way.
Damn. So 2 for CYP, man. But y'all can't cut my pound for pound off. Y'all gonna go right after my pound for pound.
Hell yeah.
The champ is here! The champ is here!
Red belt, black belt, WO and green. I'm king. Undisputed GOAT, TBE. And you can catch the news first on TBV. Voice of the people, now let me speak. Scientists of the sweet, BOXING.
Damn. Pound for pound said, I'm just listening, man. I'm at work, man. Go ahead and go to CYP, he said.
Yo, can you hear me?
Oh, shit. There you go. My bad, CYP. What up, Stainless?
All right, sorry about that, CYP, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, man, I'm just at work listening in, but that is a lot of disrespectful. But I don't know about the CYP point with the strap season. Like 50 kind of fell off by then. So I think it was somebody else that might have had a song with strap season in it, though, like one of the younger kids. He might be right on that. But as far as the buck roll, what you talking about?
Off air.
Oh, what this beat right here that you play in the background? That's not a buck roll beat. But yeah, we'll talk about that off air.
For sure.
Crawford though, man, I think he should take that Floyd Oscar Mikey Garcia route. I mean, he might not be as big a name as far as promoting himself, being out there. What really got Errol out there was being drunk at that press conference. You know what I'm saying? That's when he kind of loosened up and started talking and kind of promoted himself a lot more than what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? So I have to agree with that. Like, Bud kind of need to talk when he on that mic, not just at the press conferences, but you know what I'm saying? Errol does have that advantage because he shows up at every fight because they want their fighters at every fight, you know what I'm saying, to promote the other fighters and stuff and to promote themselves. So he just following
Cut it. Get that credit to Al that be paying for his fighters to fly to be at different fights, you know. Yes, it be PBC fights, but he understands how to promote. We're going out to CYP. Let me know before you start if you want both or one.
No, we going with one because you're going to rebuttal some dumb shit. Listen, man. In literal terms, get the work done. Strap means a gun. So get the strap would mean get the gun. It doesn't say get the WBC belt, get the IBF belt. No. Nobody knows that except for boxers. Boxing ain't as big as movies, ain't as big as rap. Like, we can debate that all day. And if you in the chat disagree with me, I appreciate you disagree with me because y'all IQs in that chat are low. It's a call-in show and you type all day. Nobody likes y'all or respects y'all in real life, only in that little bitty circle of losers in the chat. And I mean that with all my heart. Fuck y'all weirdos. That's the first call. CYP will be back.
So a simple Google search of 50 Cent strap season brings up nothing that says 50 Cent strap season, but instead get the strap. You know what I mean? So it's just not the same, you know? But I get you, man. Do we got any super chats?
Yes, we do. Super chat from the Brotherhood. Crawford makes Tank sound like Aristotle.
Aristotle. I never heard who that person is. Not my stuff. Not my cup of tea.
Yo, Super Mac said give his boomerang to his coach.
Coach J Mac will receive a boomerang at the time of the boomerangs. Right now, we're going to Jay in Phoenix. What's up?
Yeah. I don't think it got nothing to do, or Spence's popularity had nothing to do with him getting drunk and doing all that. Really what it was him getting in the ring after them post-fights and Pacquiao joining them post-fight and him crashing Porter's post-fight and all that stuff. It's the hopeful that he's going to fight those other guys. And it was much more like he was chasing after him like Herman, and, you know, it was like that. He was really the boogeyman. And I think if Crawford had that on this side, if he was on this side, he would have been doing the same thing. Just like how he went to the fight and they were like in a crowd or whatever, and he's coming up to people. If he had that over here, he would be just as big. Has nothing to do with nicknames or none of that. It's the fact that it's how feasible those fights are.
Cut it. Yo, did you peep how he showed his true colors? If he had that over here, you a top rank guy, huh? You're a top rank guy, huh? If he had that over here, it'd have been the same. If he had that over here, all right. We see you showing them colores. Let's see who we got, man. Who's on the line, man? Steve in Chicago, you just listening?
My town up in K-Town. Hey, Daddy, this is Dollar Beat.
I drink soda, I eat pizza, I hang out with chicks all day. These fighters still can't beat me. They fighting every day, they in the gym every day. Just give me 6 weeks, and I got it.
BoxingWiz.com.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I just wanted everyone to hear the intro to remind everybody who TBE is. How about that? No, I'm just playing. I haven't been catching the whole morning conversation, but someone was talking about Eddie. Why on earth would Crawford go to Eddie? To what? To fight Conor Benn?
For that guarantee money.
I know, for him to fight Conor Benn. I mean, like, who would he fight? Man, come on, man! Don't even debate me on this, man. Don't make yourself look like this.
What?
What on earth would you go over there? What on earth would you go over there for? You tell me.
The guaranteed money.
Don't do this, man. To do what?
To get the guaranteed money.
Oh my God, man! We want Crawford needs to be great. We're talking about him being great. We want to see what he does in the ring. Come on, man.
I'm just saying.
To get the money.
Cut it. Steve, cut it. Truth be told, Steve, if Mikey could get $7 million to freaking fight Jesse, who knows what DAZN, especially now they got all that freed up money, no more Canelo on long-term contract. It's a fight by fight. They get to pick and choose which one they buy. I mean, you never know if they want to give Crawford, like I said earlier, 7.5, maybe even an $8 million guarantee. How many American subscribers would Crawford bring in? I mean, he pulls in 2 million average, 1 point something, 8 high 1 point somethings on ESPN. How many subscribers would he bring to DAZN? What if they offered him DAZN shares? I mean, you can't leave out business, man. You can't leave out business. But Stone Bone
Boxing.
What up?
What up?
Y'all hear me?
Good morning. Good morning.
What up? You hear me? You hear me? Get my King Born on. Hey, Steve, listen. If you're a businessman, I don't want Bud to just like say, just I'm gonna leave Bob Arum and I'm gonna go just blindly sign a deal. What if he's like Ness said? What if he be like, hey, we got 9 or 10 million, and we got 8-9 million for Mikey. Can we do that fight? Go do that fight in the zone, and then double back and go after Keith Thurman or whatever. And at this point, with 2 fights, I would, from what I'm hearing, how he want to do it, he would rather come back in March, April, do a fight, and then look into a buyout, because he gonna get $5 million at least again. You know what I mean? Like, if you get he made $1 million per round. Like, it's not a lot of bottom guys that he gonna fight on PBC that they can just give him $4-5 million up front. He made 5.5 minimum to do the Khan fight. So you do this one fight and then you look to buy out.
Cut it.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, is that you can't do much until October 21st unless you do the buyout. But I get him about the guaranteed money. But yeah, but this is the thing. Like, yo, why wait it out? Yeah, you can't get many people from the PBC side where they gonna pay you $5 million. I get that, but that's why you don't fight a bottom guy. You know what I'm saying? They could easily give you $5 million versus Thurman on pay-per-view. Both of them could get. Do I think so? Why not? Why not? They did it with Thurman for more money with Pacquiao. Why can't they do it with Bud? You know what I'm saying? And they gonna come out, man. People come out. Then people come out for Mosley Mayweather.
Oh yeah.
All right, then they gonna come out. It's just the right fight that's gonna bring them out, man. You know.
I just want to know why the Bud fans feel like, Bud, if he. I mean,
Danny versus Crawford is still a big pay-per-view and a big fight in Barclays Center, man.
Huge fight.
I won't stop saying there's a big fight out there, man. That's a big fight. Dan, y'all gonna push our Wilder show back, man. These callers just piling in. Know what I'm saying?
Showing Derek Crawford love.
Yeah, I see it. Yo, let's see what we got here. We got Dennis, are you available?
Yes, I am.
Talk to us, brother.
All right. You had asked for repercussions, right? When you said why our opinion was. Now check this out. Bob has always been a shit talker, right? But now he's a confirmed shit talker because Crawford caught him. It's like that old dude says you're a habitual line stepper. Remember that shit? So from now on, how he's going to look at him is different. But like you said, he ain't free to October 21. So he said, well, I'll give you $1 million if I don't get the fight with Pac in the springtime. So if he don't get it, that's the $1 million seed money that he's going to need or have to bet with Spence. At the end of the day, after springtime and that fight doesn't materialize, then we're going to see. At the end of the day, Bud needs to be at the Danny fight. Bud needs to be at the Danny fight to show us what the fuck he's made of. You know? So let's see him. I don't do that. I don't promote.
I like that, man. Yo, Dennis, man, I like your energy, and I like that this is the second time consecutive that you called in saying he needs to be there. Listen, Mosley showed up to the Floyd fight, man. You know, Pacquiao showed up to the Floyd fight. Pacquiao showed up to Earl fight, man. Come on, let's promote this, man. Fucking Wilder was commentating at one of AJ fights, and then he tried to show up to another AJ fight. And
he got barred.
AJ wanted to pull security, man. Let's promote this the right way, man. Let's promote this the right way.
Super
Zorro.
chat.
Oh, Zorro, I'll be right to you. Get your call together. Get your thoughts in order. We going straight to the super chats. By
Mr.
order.
PBC.
Let me see what we got. Let me take it from the top. You went from Aristotle, my man, the Brotherhood. Let's see where we at. We stopped on him. We pick up a Mr. PBC. Go for it.
All right, Mr. PBC. Baby boy, 25, almost out on bail from Bob Maximum Prison, security prison. PBC for the rescue. The Bud fans don't want Bud to leave. His father, Bob Crawford.
Yo, that was very creative, champ. Nice one. Izzy in Oklahoma. Steve from Chicago ready for those Bud fights at 2 p.m. What you talking about? On the zone? Yo, the young Jedi says Yurdenis Urgas. No, I always say add the R to Ugas. It's Yurdenis Ugas versus Crawford with top rank possible to end his contract? Or is it that Bob said what he said because he now wants to stall Bud? Interesting.
Very interesting. We got another one right after.
Yes.
Mr. PBC. Let Bud be great again. PBC 2020. Bud fans, big mad.
Zorro, it's on you in Atlanta, Georgia. Talk to us.
What's up, man? Hey, man, we in Savannah, man. I'm not in Atlanta.
I'm going to change that. Sorry, brother.
Yeah, we in Savannah. Bud needs something like a catchphrase. If
I said
he needs something to get people to look at him. He needs something. He needs, like, the reason some of these guys say Spence with the strap season, man down. And I also agree he need to show up to Spence fight. He need to be right there looking at him. He ain't got to say nothing. He ain't got to hop in the ring. He need to be looking at him. When the cameras hit, he need to be focused on Spence, letting them know, man, I'm here. I'm ready. And I'm telling you, something like that will make that fight blow the roof off. We're getting crowds to come back. So that pay-per-view stuff and Gates, we getting the crowds to come back. Aren't they going to have a crowd at the Cowboy Stadium?
That's what they said.
You're going to get the crowds. By next year, you can see it in the football games. You're getting a little bit of people coming in. Javante Davis had a little crowd in there. So by next year,
even Bud had his whole family there.
Cut it.
Even Bud had his whole family at the Burke fight. Damn, there was a few of them there. We going out to AMG in OKC. What up?
Yo, what up?
What up?
Yeah, so I do think it was disrespectful of Bob, but I don't think he was like caught slipping or anything. I mean, I think he knew what he was doing. Because I even think in a different interview he said that what makes y'all think we want him back or some shit like that.
Yeah, he definitely said that.
Yeah, so I just think he's ready to cut ties as well. And then as far as Bud going over to the zone, I mean, yeah, he could probably get paid, but that's not what we want. We obviously want him to get the big fight, so he does need to go to PBC. And then the last bit is, like, I want that Bud that comes out in that video saying, let's bet $1 million. That's the Bud that I want. Like, he needs to get on people's throats and just, like, force the fight to happen. Just look what Teofimo and his dad did to get the Lomachenko fight. Just wouldn't shut up about it. Just always talking shit. That's what he needs to do.
Yes,
sir. AMG. All right. Let's see here. It's looking like it's boomerang time. So we going out to in Essex. What up?
Oh, and my clears is still jacked up.
Very clear.
All right, so look, I'm gonna help you out, Bud. Stonebone, take this to Bud since that's your man. Bud, listen, it's for all my smokers. Bud, I am the smoke. You ain't see what he yelled down at Brook when he was like, he don't want no smoke. Bud stood over there and said, I am the smoke. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, you might think it's lost opportunities associating with, cannabis or whatever, but yo, Bud, I am the smoke. Be the smoke, family. Be the smoke. Get a varsity jacket now. Jump out there and get it popping. And you're welcome. Give me a little fee. That's my call.
Or at least a CBD line called I Am the Smoke, right? Or All the Smoke, or just Smoke. Yo, speaking of smoke, there's supposed to be something on BET today about that. At 8
About all the
p.m.
smoke?
About Smoke. The one that you like at 8 p.m. I told my girl to put it on DVR. I hope she did, because I'm going to be busy working. Know what I'm saying? I'm going to be busy working. I said working. You know what I mean? We going out to really nobody, because Skype restarted. So on that case, you know what I mean?
Hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
We working hard today, man. Listen, Skype is restarting, so we're gonna have to engage with the chat, man. What's going on, chat? What's going on, chat?
Hey, right now, and no popping in the chat.
Chat, what's going on with that? Yo, Bitcoin is like pushing new levels out here. They're trying to get to 20,000. I can't believe I fucking opted out. And now it's like too late to get in, bro. Like every time you look, it just keep going up. So you just feel like, why would I even mess with
bother?
That? Like, yeah.
Super chat.
Yo, and you know, now that I'm thinking about it, they can't even take the smoke. Like, he can't do that. He can't do that because remember, that was Earl shit too. Free smoke, man.
Yep,
Yo,
exactly.
Earl thought of all that, man. Stop trying to steal Earl. Y'all keep trying to steal Earl blueprint, man. Earl had all that, man. Call him, I was done with it first, man.
What is that? Chach Beats?
The Earl print, man. You trying to copy the Earl print? Free smoke, free smoke, free smoke, free smoke. That was Earl shit, man. Y'all copying, man. Who said that, man? That was on me. Dog. You copying, man. You got Bud out here on some copycatness, man.
But yeah, let's get to the super chat though.
Yo, Big Supermax said he want that Patreon poll for who gonna be the co-main. Man, you better co-main. Get me my weigh-in, man. What's my weigh-in, man? Let's co-main with that weigh-in, man. What's the weigh? Let me get the weight. Send me 20 push-ups, man. Send me 20 push-ups, man. What's the weight, man? Yo, so y'all heard the last caller. Y'all heard the last caller saying that Earl needs to come up with something, and he called it smoke. So me and Francis just remembered that he can't use smoke for the back call. I know y'all wasn't listening because we restarted. We apologize. One day we gonna figure out what's wrong with this constant restart. But till then, bruh, Earl was already using free smoke. Like, chill, man. Like, chill. Bud got to get his own slogan, man. But we going out to Boomerang Coach J-Mac, courtesy of your what do you call it?
What's that?
Your fighter, my bad.
Granny.
Your fighter, man. He's your fighter, my bad. I just got tongue-tied. What up, champ?
Yo,
Boomerang
can you hear me?
Perfectly.
Hey, shout out to Supermax. I appreciate it. One of the brothers obviously have common sense. The other one with that intro, man. I don't know. But I'm still winning and I'm rooting for him. What I was about to say. Oh, free smoke. Actually, Arrow is. I was with CYP earlier with the 50 Cent because I saw he got that from Drake. That free smoke when he was running around here calling himself Free Smoke Jr. But it's funny how when the Alka into the division, all that Free Smoke Jr. strap season talk ceased. See, one thing about the big fish, like the great white, they know they're the big fish when they can eat on and bully the other fish. But when that Alka get around, that great white get the fuck from around. That's my call.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, you know what that's called? That's called the backhanded compliment. The way that he told CYP he was wrong, and that, you know, we are right. That free smoke would be Earl, you know, I mean, Bud copying. And then he went on to, you know, smack us with the backhanded compliment. But it's okay. It's okay. It's understandable, you know.
Yeah, Chach Beats with the super chat. What do y'all think Vegas would have as a favorite in Earl versus Crawford? Chach the dad.
The natural welterweight, man. Chach, man. It's Chach like Chachi,
That's
man.
what I said, Chach,
Chachi
bro.
from the
Chach
Fonz.
the dad.
Hey, the Fonz, man. So, yeah, man, Earl's the favorite. He's naturally the welterweight. You know what I mean? He's the bigger man. He's unified. He's fought the bigger opposition. He's fought all the real welterweights. So, you know, that's just the betting line, though, man. Nobody got to get mad at that. That's just the betting line. We're going out to Boomerang. Coach Myers.
Hey, you give my boomerang to Dom.
Dom in Seattle. TikTok. Dom in Seattle.
Yo, can you hear me?
We hear you, Mr. PBC.
Yeah, everybody's talking about this, but don't be mad if we want to see someone do great on a network that would have all the fighters he needs. This is ridiculous. I mean, these Bud fans, showing support, saying come over to PBC, isn't disrespect. We all knew Kell Brook wasn't the best fight, but it was a fight. I was kind of disappointed when I heard it first. But, he needs to start picking fights ahead of time like Anthony Joshua used to do. If it's now that you have time, pick a fight now. You got multiple people start making contracts ahead of time for Errol Spence. So we don't have to hear about this talk no more. That's my call.
Thank you for your call.
right.
Thank you for your call. Appreciate you.
Looking like
What we got next?
Trey in the Bay. Also, wait, T is after. T's after, but no, it's G Trey. So you actually before. What up? In the
What's
Bay.
up? What's up?
What's going on? What's going on? Hey, I think independence would be the best way, right? So he can float. If somebody's over on the zone and he want to fight, he can go wherever he want to go. But honestly, at the end of the day, who are we to tell this guy to do anything? If he don't want to, I don't think he don't want to fight. But if he don't, fuck it, he can stay where he at. If he's looking for financial security and don't want to risk it, and he's getting guaranteed money over there. But also, I want to say this. I know you don't watch other sports, but in football, that's what they do when they about to re-sign you and they trying to lowball you. They come out and start talking shit about you. Oh, he's old. He's slowing down. He's washed. Look, he's missing a step. That's what they do when they trying to lowball a football player. You see it all the time. So that's my call.
Yeah, someone called it undercutting. We're going to Boomerang JD. You in Houston, right, JD? Houston?
I think he said
oh,
Dallas.
Shit, that ain't JD. That's fucking E Black, right?
Yay.
What up, champ?
Man, nothing much, man. If I remember, Spence was the one who didn't have an opponent for a longest period of time.
How long really? Right?
It
might have sounded like that because he was in the media being vocal about wanting that Earl fight versus Thurman. But how long was he out there without an opponent? Because I'm pulling up BoxRec and I'm pretty sure you're absolutely wrong.
No, because he had to fight Chris Algieri.
And what? That's not a name. So Jeff Horn is good because he fought Pacquiao, but not Algieri, who fought Pacquiao.
Chris Algieri is a 145-pounder.
And how many fighters that moved up that Crawford fought? You remember? You remember that Benavidez was a 140-pounder? You remember? You remember he beat Mauricio Herrera in a very, 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 very tight decision for a WBA regular at 140? You remember?
But Crawford's moving up from 135.
Okay, and
so
we talking about.
If he fights
you're gonna have to pay for all that. Cut it. I done gave you 30 seconds extra. Listen, no. You talking about one fighter bringing up another. Now it don't count because Earl is a welterweight bringing up 140. No. But let's see when Earl was begging for an opponent. When? He fought Phil LaGreco on the Sean Porter, Adrian Broner undercard. That was Hitch. All right. Let's not forget
I'm trying to look.
He was the first one. He was the first one to fight Samuel Vargas, and then everybody else fought him. You know what I mean? Samuel Vargas out here making Virgil Ortiz famous. Let's stop playing. Then he fought Chris Algieri, who was champion at 140 and moved up to fight Pacquiao at 147.
That's correct.
Bundu, common opponent with Thurman. Then he goes for his mandatory challenge, because you got to put that into perspective. He wasn't a champion when he was doing all that. Then he goes into his mandatory challenge overseas and dethrones Kell Brook. After that, he gets former world champion Lamont Peterson, mandatory Ocampos, where he sells at 14,000. Then he gets pound for pound fighter Mikey Garcia. Then he unifies with welterweight, two-time welterweight Sean Porter. Now he's fighting the very popular two-divisional champ Danny Garcia. I'm lost as to what you mean. You know, what is it that we're talking about here again? I've lost myself in his resume. Where was he stalled at? You know,
where was he begging for an opponent at?
Because everybody knows it wasn't in 2017 where he only had the one fight, because he refused to fight anybody else because he was waiting for his mandatory. He was waiting for his man. Everybody know that he wanted only that. So, all right. But Boomerang status goes to, Info Joe in the building. What up?
Mr. Info Joe.
Tell the truth, Joe. Tell the truth.
This portion of the show we call In the
Mr.
Know,
Info Joe.
presented by my brother.
Yo. Good morning, TBV. Am I clear?
What's up, Joe? You clear?
Yes, sir.
What's up, champs? Hey, man, Floyd said it best, man. I done said this before. Just because you're a great fighter doesn't make you a pay-per-view star. You also have to promote yourself. Also, you have to be in a 50-50 fight. You have to build up another rival as equal as you. That's the only way it's going to sell. I say Wilder versus Kawanaki. Put that on pay-per-view. It's not going to do it just as good as Wilder in Fury. You put Floyd with let's say, I'm gonna go old school, Chop Corley. It ain't gonna do as good as him and Pacquiao. You gotta have that same built-up rival. The thing is, Bob Arum has never paid enough money to get the big enough rival for Crawford to do a big pay-per-view number. He hasn't invested that money. So I don't know why he's sitting around complaining about Crawford's numbers when he hasn't invested enough in another proper opponent that put him in a 50-50 fight to get the top revenue. So I put that on him. And also Crawford could promote himself a little bit more, but it's not just that. For the most part, it's just that he hasn't had the right dance partner. My opinion, everybody have a blessed, no stress day. Peace and blessings. I'm out.
Info Joe, thanks for calling in.
In the house.
We going out to GG Champ, Golden Gloves Champ, I'm assuming. What's up, Champ?
GGG Champ, what up?
Nah, it's not 3 G's, it's 2 G's.
GG.
You gotta unmute, Champ. Unless you're just listening, which is okay. Which means we gotta go to Boomerang Stainless.
Yo, sorry about that. Yeah,
What in the fuck? Man, what the? Yo, Stainless, that must be some fire weed. How you sound like you demonic right now? I'm not, I can't. What if that accidentally says some real demonic weirdness?
CYP got his counterpunch and he wants it now.
CYP, go for it.
Yo, man, I'm really about tired of all these people pretending that they con experts. You're not a con expert. You just talked about Chris Algieri being a name. Amir Khan beat him at welterweight. Devin Alexander, a name. Amir Khan beat him at welterweight. Jesse Vargas, who fought Pacquiao and fought Mikey Garcia at welterweight. You know who beat him at welterweight? Amir Khan. Some of y'all don't know shit. And I'm about to retire from this chat. I got to see if it makes sense because I like getting on y'all nerves and picking on y'all. Y'all don't know shit about boxing. CYP out.
So he was arguing that someone said Khan isn't a name or that Chris Algieri was a name?
That Chris Algieri wasn't a name, but
Oh,
yeah.
nah, he was talking to someone in the chat because I said he a name. Your name, man. You fought Pacquiao, man. It's like I said. It's the same argument with Horn, right? My only difference with the Horn argument is I don't believe he won, but you get that cachet for fighting Floyd and Pacquiao, man. That's just part of the game. So we got Boomerang, Stonebone.
What up, Stonebone?
Oh yeah, man, and yeah, like I was saying though, do the one fight spring, and then you're looking at a buying out of a one fight in March, April. That makes a little more sense than. And plus, if it don't make sense really to pay $5 million to buy the contract when you can just fight for $5 million and then double back, and after that it might only be $1 million. It might be 1.5. It might be just $750,000. You know what I mean? When they're paying you $5-6 million a fight, your buyout is going to be a little bit higher than some of the guys who just make $1 million. You know, like a Ruiz. And Bob Arum always go at people at the end. What he called Ruiz fat, out of shape. He the reason that he's supposed to win the Parker fight, but he wanted to train himself and all that shit. But they said that before the Parker fight. He said he should win this fight easy, but he fat and he ain't in shape and he want to train himself. So, and Ness.
Cut it.
Ness GTO, Instagram and Twitter. Catch us on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe right here to youtube.com/The Boxing Voice to get a email notification every time we go live. We're going live another 3 times today. So catch us right here. Peace.
Yes, sir. Next up, Sports Talk. NEXUP Sports Talk. Check me out for all the sports talk. Listen, some big news are happening in the sports world. I got it. Check me out. Peace. Catch you on the next one. Thank you to the man upstairs for another one. Yo, hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up button on the way out. Check out Patreon. Peace.